The TikTok youth pastor who isn't going to heaven. Interesting title. Who is this? Let me see.
Joe Rogan made it seem like...
Yo, I forgot about this dude. Ain't no who knows this dude? I remember this dude. He's a pedo. Bro, before that, he's probably gonna explain it. He used to be doing like feminist content or something like that. That's why I always say, bro, the dudes that be online, basically just saying all men are disgusting, just like those, you know, extreme Twitter girls or whatever. You can never trust those dudes. You can never, because they always have another intention. Almost 99% of the time, they got some type of other intention.
Like he was holier than holy. As a Christian youth pastor, he dedicated his TikTok to showing respect for women until 6 different people exposed him.
I mean, you know, in the Bible, if you really were a pastor correctly, you would also say everybody deserves respect in the world. You know, love thy neighbor. But the type of dude that would literally just hate on men for anything, pretty much.
For his own secretly terrible history. You could see the red flags in early tweets like this one. I am a Christian, and I support LGBTQ, and I support BLM, and I support people of other faiths, and I support a women's right to choose. The need to vocalize his own morality was almost strangely excessive, and his TikTok...
I was about to say, like, you don't really gotta express, you know, whatever you believe in and whatnot. Just show it. I don't know.
Videos weren't any different. He wanted to punch all men who talked about how women dressed, while reminding his female followers that they had total control of their body. When he wasn't supporting women, it was instead minorities.
It's homophobia, racism, misogyny, you name it.
Yo, he's naming all the Twitter words. God damn, bro. No, you go on Twitter, this is like the average shit you're hearing. You say any type of statement or whatever that they disagree, they literally, it's like they open a book. All right, which one I gotta pick? No, can't use that one. Next one. That's crazy.
Thinly veiled as a joke, and you're not fooling anybody.
He's the
Which
Twitter
people
guy.
found suspicious long before he was exposed.
But when this dude is making almost his entire personality about respect women, always be nice to women, respect, 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 it gets a little overboard, to be honest.
When questioned about
Not everything. I can't even trust that. Same thing with like women that pander to men or whatever. Who knows like just pearly things, bro? That shop. I forgot her name, bro. But it's like, it'll be so obvious, bro, when they're clearly, they don't even believe in the shit they say. They just do it so, like, they could pander to their audience or whatever.
his motives, Joe Rogan snapped pretentiously,
Just imagine being so worried about losing your male privilege that you would call anything that has to do with equality for women anti-men.
believing that when all men are killed, he'd be spared because of it.
See, that's that cringy shit, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? The hoe's not gonna you, bro. Yo, this is a bad time on TikTok. The kill all men era. Who remembers kill all men? This is a bad time to be on the internet. Kill all men upset me. Like, that's so cringe, bro. It's like the same girl that's a pick me or whatever. Same thing with girls, bro. The ones that pick me, like... I mean, I'm always with the guys or whatever. I don't really care about the girls, bro, this and that. It's like, shut up, bro.
His TikToks. And when he did also occasionally support men,
Now, I've talked about men getting body shamed, women getting body shamed.
the objective was still the same. Try to make himself seem like a person who did no wrong. The caption of his merch was literally "Be Better," which seemed true to him as a church office manager and youth pastor on the weekends.
So depending on how long you've been following me, you may or may not know that I'm actually a very religious person.
People therefore heavily respected him, even making stan accounts such as Lovely Joe Robe, while comments on his live streams read, "I have so much respect for you. You speak for another's and it makes me so happy."
Speak or spec? Yeah, girl, get your grammar up. The grammar police is here. And his name is Tommy NFG. In any video from now on, you misspeak in some way, your grammar's off, I'm gonna point it out, bro.
Any videos criticizing him were met with thousands of dislikes until people became suspicious of Joe Rogan's supposed morality. In late 2020, a TikToker named Gemini Official was exposed for his relationship.
Oh, nah, bro. Some of y'all don't even know about this era of TikTok for real. It's crazy because I had TikTok since like 2019, 2018, bro. When you were like popping on TikTok, y'all gotta understand, nowadays, like anybody has like 10 million followers. When you were popping off at first, you were known, bro. You were goddamn known.
with multiple young girls. Being in line with Joe Robe's content, people asked him to talk about it, although for whatever reason, Joe Robe avoided the topic.
Message Joe Robe saying, hey, this is a problem, can you speak about it? Which is bizarre that it would take you so long to talk about somebody who's grooming children.
Joe Robe later explained on Discord that denouncing the actions was simply too obvious.
Yeah, it's real easy to be like a pedophilia bat. I mean, if it's so easy, why don't you just say it? Is there really? If it's so easy, why don't you just say it? It's not really that hard. I can say it right now. Pedophilia is bad. It's terrible. It's awful. You should be executed if you do it.
Yes. Although having previously claimed the goal of his TikTok was to create a safe space for young people, it seemed odd that Joe Robe didn't want to talk about it. Perhaps he was simply avoiding drama, but this wasn't the only example where Joe Robe deflected an obvious topic. He'd become friends with a TikToker named The Calvin Brandel, whose videos promoted a similar sentiment to those made by Joe Robe. Well, turns out he'd been doing exactly what he disavowed,
Telling y'all, bro, to always be the dudes, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. They feel like some type of power because they got like a higher female fan base or something like that. That's genuinely what I truly think. Because most guy YouTubers, it really depends who it is. But like a lot of times, bro, it's going to be a majority of male audience. You feel me?
Explaining he thought it was okay because he was TikTok famous.
I felt that with TikTok, my ego was super inflated, and I felt like I was invincible, I was unstoppable, I couldn't make any mistakes.
Despite having photos together on Instagram, Joe Robe avoided the situation.
You have no problem calling out problematic men, but it seems like the problematic man is your friend, and you're a little quiet.
Eventually addressing what had happened with this iconic statement.
I'll say it again. If you groom somebody, you are disgusting. The scum of the earth.
Damn, this is about to turn ironic very fast.
Joe Robe, however, was doing exactly this himself.
This was somebody that I felt safe around, but I don't feel safe around him anymore because he's a groomer.
On one unassuming Wednesday, 17-year-old TikToker DillG16 uploaded the following video.
This video will be about one of the biggest hypocrites I have ever met in my life, Joe Robe. John is a disgusting and terrible hypocrite who abuses his platform by using his clout to groom and prey upon underage boys. He has done this to multiple people, including me. John first followed me whenever I had about 30,000 followers and joined my live stream and asked for my Snapchat, so I gave it to him. After Snapchatting for a few—
First off, a grown man that's 30 and up, whatever, having a Snapchat, that should have been a red flag. Past the age of 18, bro, you shouldn't even be having a snap for real. The only way is like, I don't know, maybe if you got a Droid and that's the only way you could talk to your friends, but like, even then, bro, you should not have Snapchat. Like, I have not used Snapchat. I don't know how many times I said it since like high school, bro.
weeks, he asked me if I wanted to get an Airbnb with him on my 18th birthday, which was over 3 months away. He started to send me links to one-bedroom Airbnbs, and he offered to purchase me alcohol if I went. And this is him talking about the one-bedroom. He knew that I did not want to get the Airbnb, so he thought if he invited one of my IRL friends, I would want to go. That's him asking when he was going to turn 18.
And while Joe Robe was at least waiting until their 18th birthday, the group chat they shared wasn't quite so clean.
During one of the Zooms with all of my TikTok friends, John thought it would be a good idea to have us all take a BDSM score test and send him our results. Keep in mind, the youngest was 15 years old and the oldest were 19, and there were only—
Bro, that's how you, first off, what the f is a BDSM test? That's how you know he's a freak automatically. The fact that he even knew, like, if I was one of them, bro, immediately it would have ring off my head. I'd be like, what, bro? I'd be like, what? I know the rice purity test or whatever, but that's because it's viral. Like, how many freaky tests is there out there? Now that I really think of it, there's probably, like, some very freaky tests out there that I don't know about.
2 19-year-olds and everybody else was 17 and below.
Which had happened just a month before Joe Robe's 28th birthday. DillG added one more detail before the video finished.
I found out that there are multiple people that John has groomed.
As a person named Coco then also came forward.
He started asking like different questions, like what state do you live in, and do you—
No, he asked what state because he knows, bro. That's nowadays, bro. They be the EDPs be up on their levels. They literally will be like, oh, stay you're in this and that, bro. They literally, bro, it's crazy, bro, how this disease affects their minds, because they'll literally go to another state just so they can, you know what I'm saying, people some minors, because the age of the consent is like 16 there or something. It's sick, bro.
Your parents let you travel, and do you like to travel? And do I, or And he offered to buy me a room with him. He offered to buy me alcohol. This is the one quote I remember him talking to me. I may be a pastor, or I may work for God, but I'm not against kids having fun. I should have realized.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's crazy, bro, because like the number one sin in the Bible is like lust. I really be thinking for these corrupted priests that end up doing this type of shit, it's like that's one of the number one sins. It's literally lust, bro. Doing it with somebody like young, that's 100 times worse too.
Right there.
Then there was another.
I can't go into specific.
Tommy, what state are you from? Okay, first off, I'm 21, so it wouldn't even matter either way. It wouldn't even matter. And why are we asking me this? Stop. I'm scared.
Details about what happened between me and Joro because it is quite not safe for work.
And another after that.
He'd also make promises about getting Airbnbs and meeting up with us. He'd promise alcohol and
how many victims does this guy
Joe
have?
Robe's accusers then made a Google Doc listing everything else he'd done. He'd tried to get blank and blank to create an OnlyFans once he turned 18 and said he'd set it up for him and subscribe, also strangely bribing the group to call him hot and locking a girl who was also intoxicated out of Zoom for calling him old and refusing to call him hot.
I mean, you clearly are old when you're using Zoom, buddy, for calls. Have you ever heard of FaceTime? Use Discord instead. What do you mean you're still using Zoom?
Papa Gut talked about the document in this video here, after which he'd be messaged a story worse than every other one combined. I ran a small fan account for Joe Robe on Instagram. He eventually asked for my Snapchat. He told me no one else had his Snapchat and made me promise to not give anyone it or to tell anyone what we talk about. Conversations got really weird and he sent me a lot of dirty pictures, 4 of which were included to prove he wasn't lying. I was also 14 at the time. He didn't even bother to ask how old I was or for any form of identification, but he would call me a baby a lot and would try and force me to call him daddy. To make matters worse, John's church profile explained, outside of his work at St. John, he is a private music teacher with over a dozen students, and up until recently was the activities chair for the Northern Sky District of the
Boy Scouts of America. It's crazy how this shit really shut down, bro. I just want to say I was in Boy Scouts. I never got touched though. Never got touched, hand to heart. Okay. Bro, the Boy Scout, you know what? I had a fun time for the most part. I had a fun time in the summer camps and stuff like that. It was just 2 weeks alone in the woods with like the camp leaders and stuff. It was a great time, right? We did different things. I shot my first gun there. It was a great time, all right? They had a gag order on you, we understand. I don't even know what gag order means. Gag order? Am I thinking about like a gag order? Like gagging? Like, never mind.
Boy Scouts of America. But wait until you hear why he left his previous job. Someone messaged one of the accusers, I wanted to reach out because I'm on staff at the church he used to work at. He was removed from staff over 2 years ago, and he was really upset with our church and strict protocols for working with youth, so he left to go to another church. We're currently in the process of contacting the other church and places he's at, as well as...
And it's the fact that he was able to grow that platform. He grew that platform. Imagine how many creators, celebrities that just hide this shit and they'll never get caught. They'll never get caught. It's a crazy world we live in, yo.
Local authorities. Joe Robe's LinkedIn partially confirms the story's legit, as it shows he previously worked in the very same church as the lady who told the anecdote. Unsurprisingly, people demanded Joe Robe also lose his new job,
St. John Lutheran Church. You have some explaining to do.
With Papa Gut even calling the church directly.
This is the church that he works at. I know this because I called the church that he works at and I asked him if he works there. They said yes. I told them that they were very serious, incredible allegations. They immediately hung up after they said, oh, thank you.
Despite hanging up the phone, the church quickly deleted Joe Robe from their website before iSpeak 1906 extracted an unofficial statement.
The pastor reached out and he wants to remain anonymous. However, the bishop is aware and he has been terminated and authorities have been contacted, and that's about all that we have.
But the bigger question was, how did Joe Robe himself respond?
God does not claim him. I mean, I don't even think he was religious at first, but he was really just using it to be like a sicko, bro.
Did he make a self-aimed TikTok about his own heinous actions? Well, no. He'd delete his TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, even his LinkedIn, and hasn't been heard from since. His refusal to address the two previous situations suddenly all made sense, while others were less surprised. The accusation can't be real. A white knight influencer being secretly an awful person is unheard of. Not even surprised. It's always
the white knights. Wait, what does white knight mean? I don't know, bro. The dudes that just pander to one people.
These types of men that end up being predators, but no one was less surprised than one of Joe Robe's former friends. As someone who personally knows John
this
Bell,
is a Reddit account though, and a deleted account. I can't count this.
And lived with him at university for a year, I can assure you that he's not the good guy here, and that these accusations line up with his past behavior. The dude was all-knowing, manipulative, homophobic, and tried to give off this ultrapious Christian facade. Nothing about his online presence was genuine. Karma is taking a toll on him, and I'm glad he's getting thrown off the internet. Before any of this happened, Vegan Teacher had stated, "John Robert Bell, you're going straight to hell." And it turns out her song hit the nail on.
No way the Vegan Teacher got you. Yeah, you're cooked, buddy. You're cooked, man. Well, hey, listen, everybody, I would say be careful out there, but probably wouldn't happen to you. You probably wouldn't run into this guy. Hey, police, you got a case right here. You know, you gotta figure this out. You 100% got a case. But hey, look, if you're watching this on the tube, make sure to join the Discord and watch the streams too.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.